Well, hello, PTK, Pacific Region Advisors. Um, I'm making this little video to help you know what you'll be doing with your chapter during our hybrid sessions. So we're going to try doing some interesting things. And so basically we have three different modes. So there'll be the people that are in person. There will be individual students who are joining us virtually from their home that are not meeting with their chapters. And then there will be some who will be meeting together with their chapter. And so there might be, 5, 6, 20 students together joining us during our hybrid sessions. So in order for students to get the most kind of participation out of the event, when the live group goes into an activity, you who are with your chapter will sort of disconnect from us or mute us, and then you're going to lead the activity with your chapter and do the exact same activity, and then you can rejoin us after you've done the activity, and we can sort of debrief it all together. So let me walk you through what that's going to look like. Again, if your students are joining us just individually, they'll be doing it live, in person, hybrid. But those of you that actually are able to get together as a chapter, you'll be doing your activities in person, live, and then joining us remotely for the debrief. So you were sent a collection of these things. There's 6 bricks. There's an activity called 6 bricks. You should have a set of bricks and a plate provided for every student. Now, for this activity, you're actually going to need to break into groups of between 4, 5, depending on the size of your group. So you want at least 3, but you could go as high as 6, depending on what your group looks like. Okay, so get them in a group. Each group only needs 1 set of bricks. So just use 1 set of bricks and 1 plate per group. And then each group is going to need a blindfold. Now, I did not send a blindfold, so you will need something that will function as a blindfold, a bandana, a t-shirt. You need 1 bandana for each group. So if you think you're going to have 4 groups, then you'll need 4 bandanas. Okay. Now, before the activity, this is very important. Before the activity, you, the advisor, need to take a set of these 6 bricks, and you need to put them on the plate in some sort of random fashion. And it really makes absolutely no difference. Obviously, some ways you can configure it would be harder than others, but it doesn't make any difference at all. And by the way, in case you wondered, I am actually here in Kauai. My wife and I took advantage of this great opportunity, and so we've already been to Maui, and now we're here at Kauai, and then we'll be going to Oahu to join you for the conference. Isn't this gorgeous? I love it. Okay, so you're going to make some kind of a configuration. It does not matter at all what it looks like. It's your just random design. Now here's what's going to happen. You are going to take the pattern, the design that you made, and you're going to put it somewhere where everybody can't see it. But they're going to need to be able to get access to it. So in another room or on the opposite side of the room, where everybody can't just obviously see it. Okay, so you've got your master pattern, which is somewhere that the students can't see from their seats. You're going to ask them in their group to pick somebody to be the builder. Tell them the builder. And they'll have to decide who among their group is going to be the builder. And then you announce that the builder is going to wear the blindfold. Okay? So, before you blindfold the builder, now each group take their set, and of course they don't look like this. They're going to be individual, and they can do whatever they want to do. Some people will try to arrange it by color. Some people will line them up however they want to. So they have their 6 bricks, and they have their plate, and now you have blindfolded the builder. Now, the other members of the group, they can go to the other room and look at the master creation. They are going to come back and try to tell the builder how to replicate the master build. Now, the people who can see the build cannot touch the bricks. Only the blindfolded person, the builder, can actually touch the bricks. You can't move their hands, you can't help them. In other words, you tell them take the yellow brick, put it here, then the person will say now take the black brick and put it like this. And what they're going to try to do, and they can go back and forth as many times as they want, one at a time. They can just keep going back and forth, looking at the model, trying to replicate it, looking at the model, trying to replicate it, all the time telling the builder what to do, and the builder does it. Okay, so let groups go back and forth as long as they want. When they finally feel like they've done it, they found it and they've done it, they say we're finished. Then you can keep track of who finishes in what order. When they're done, then let them bring over the master build, and see how close they were able to replicate it. Okay, so then at this point, you will rejoin us and we will debrief it all together. But obviously, if for some reason we have a technical difficulty in joining back in, the debrief is going to be talking about the challenges of communicating to people, giving directions and following directions when they're not clear. We're going to spend a lot of time talking about leadership and the necessity of clear communication, open questions, recognizing the challenges of trying to communicate back and forth to each other. Okay, so that is the 6-brick activity that you're going to do in person, on your own, with your chapter, and then join us in a hybrid once again. The other activity that we're going to be doing is called What the Duck. And you were sent a collection of bags that have these pieces in it. They're all exactly the same. Okay, and what I'm going to do and this one we can sort of do together, what I'll do is I'll tell every student to unpack those pieces and give them 1 minute to create a duck. They have to make a duck out of those pieces in 1 minute. Then we will stop and we're going to compare everybody's duck to see how similar and how different they are. Then we're going to do a series of activities following up with that. And again, it might be easier for you to disengage from the hybrid and do it in person. If not, you can stay with us and see how it works out. But the challenge then is going to be to figure out how long would it take a pair to create the exact same duck. How long would it take the entire group to make the exact same duck? Talking about, is there a way we could do it more efficiently? How quickly can we manage to make every single duck exactly the same? And again, we're going to be debriefing that and talking about the challenges of working in an organization, communicating vision, deciding on leadership, the role of being a good follower. So we're going to be doing a lot of that with the duck. But again, if we have any connectivity issues, I wanted you to be able to know what to do. So this little bag is the pieces for a duck. And you're going to ask your group to each person create a duck. Then you can follow up with that by having different combinations. Try to create the similar duck, the exact same duck. And then you could even, again, try to see how quickly you could make an assembly line, how quickly could you mass produce the exact same duck with your group. So those are the 2 activities that you have pieces for, that it might be more efficient or more more fun, really, if you can do it there together and then join us remotely for the conference. So I'll be doing some talking and sharing a PowerPoint, and then we'll break out to these activities. But I wanted you to have sort of an idea of what we're doing. Again, sometimes connectivity doesn't work the way you want it to do, so I want you to have the opportunity to know what to do with these things if we're not able to communicate. So I'm looking forward to Friday and Saturday, and look forward to doing this activity together with you. So, all right, this is Dr. Shell signing off.